Today, we're diving into something we've all felt, but maybe don't really get. We're talking about the infinite scroll and the deliberate architecture behind it.
Okay, let me set the scene for you. It's late, right? The house is quiet, you've got an early start tomorrow, and you make that little promise to yourself, all right, one last check and then I'm done. Lights out. And then, poof, an hour has gone by, you're still there, your thumb is just doing its own thing, caught in that hypnotic little dance. Swipe, pause, swipe. Yeah, we all know that one. The only light in the room is that blue glow from your phone. And what are you looking at? Probably some disaster, or maybe you're just watching complete strangers tear each other apart in the comments. And you just feel heavy, exhausted, but also with this kind of low-grade buzz of anxiety. You know, there's a part of your brain, the rational part, that's just screaming, put the phone down. But you don't. The urge is just too strong. And the next morning, what happens? You blame yourself. You think, ugh, I have no willpower. You see it as a personal failing. But I'm here to tell you that is absolutely the wrong way to look at it. Because the truth is, this isn't a fair fight. You're in a game that was rigged from the start, a game specifically designed for you to lose. This has nothing to do with your discipline. It has everything to do with a system that's been built to keep you glued to that screen. And that's really the heart of what we're going to break down today. See, this whole doom-scrolling thing, it's not just some bad habit you picked up. No, it's a carefully, meticulously designed system. It has layers all working together for one single purpose, to capture and hold on to your attention. All right, so let's peel back that first layer. And believe it or not, it starts with us, with our own biology. Think about it. We're basically running on ancient hardware, right? This brain of ours hasn't had a major software update in, 50,000 years? See, our brains aren't really designed to make us happy. Their number one job is to keep us alive. And back on the savannah, that meant one thing: always be on the lookout for threats. That's how we survived. And this evolved into something psychologists call the negativity bias. We're just hardwired to look for the bad stuff. And this slide really nails why that is. I mean, think about it. If you miss a pretty sunset, what happens? Nothing really. It's low stakes. But if you miss the predator hiding in the tall grass, well, that's a fatal mistake. Game over. So our brains got really, really good at spotting and locking onto anything negative. Okay, so that's our ancient hardware. Now for layer 2, how that hardware gets hacked. And the hacker? It's the platform's algorithm. It's a piece of software that has been specifically designed to exploit that ancient wiring in our brains. When you open that app, you're not just checking in on your friends. You are literally stepping in to a Skinner box. You know, like the famous psychology experiment? B.F. Skinner figured out that the best way to get someone, or something, hooked isn't to give them a reward every time. Nope, it's to give it to them randomly, unpredictably. And that's because the infinite scroll works exactly like a slot machine. Think about it. Every swipe up, that's you pulling the lever. And most of the time, you get junk, right? Nothing interesting. But then every so often, bam, you get a hit. A great joke, a crazy headline, and your brain gets this little shot of dopamine, that feel-good chemical. And what does that do? It makes you want to pull the lever again, and again, and again. But here's where it gets even more twisted, especially with doom scrolling. You've got the dopamine making you seek out that next reward, but at the same time, all the bad news, the threatening stuff, is releasing cortisol, the stress hormone. So you're caught in this chemical crossfire. You're hunting for a treat while simultaneously being stressed out. It's this weird, paralyzed state of being totally wired. And guess what? The algorithm loves this. Its only job, its only goal is engagement, which is just a nice, clean word for keeping your eyeballs glued to the screen. And it learns really fast what works. Turns out, anger, outrage, fear, they're super engaging. Feeling calm and peaceful? Well, that might make you put your phone down. And to the algorithm, your peace of mind is basically a failure. It's a missed opportunity. So the big question is, why? Why is the machine built like this? Well, that brings us to the third and final layer. And for this one, you just have to follow the money. I'm sure you've heard this old saying from Silicon Valley. And it's true, right? These platforms are massive businesses, but they're free. You don't pay a subscription. So where are the billions of dollars coming from? Well, the business model has a name. It's the attention economy. And in this economy, you are not the customer. Your attention is the product. The platforms, they harvest it, they bundle it up, and they sell it to advertisers. It's that simple.
The more time you spend on the app, the more inventory they have to sell.
Now, this creates a really messed up incentive structure. Think about it. A person who's calm, content, and satisfied, they don't really feel a burning need to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. But someone who's feeling anxious, insecure, maybe a little agitated, now that is the perfect consumer, always looking for that next thing that might make them feel a little bit better. So here's the kicker. When you're stuck in that doom scroll, you're not just passively consuming media. You are actively working for the platform. You're generating a valuable commodity, your own anxiety. And that anxiety is being monetized, sold off in real time. All right, let's just step back and put it all together. You've got 3 layers. Layer 1, our ancient threat-detecting brain. Layer 2, a powerful algorithm that knows exactly how to exploit that brain. And layer 3, a whole economy built to profit from that exploitation. So that feeling, that constant low-level anxiety that so many of us walk around with, that's not a bug. It's a feature. It's the system working exactly as it's supposed to. The fact that your attention is fragmented, that it's hard to just be present, that's not an accident. It's the whole point. It is the business model. Look, just understanding this doesn't magically solve everything, but it completely reframes the problem, doesn't it? It means it's not you. It's not a personal weakness or a lack of discipline. It's a system. And once you see how that system works, how the machine is built, well, that's the first step to deciding you don't want to be a part of it anymore.
And that really leaves us with just one last question, something to think about the next time you find your thumb doing that hypnotic dance late at night. The question isn't just, how do I stop? The real question is this: who benefits from you never looking up?